course, Nintendo does not want me to do the Invincible review because they're like, oh, Partner Showcase this Wednesday, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern, February 21st. This ain't scripted, too. Rare case for my discussion videos, but yeah, son of a bitch. Well, to be fair, the rest of season 2, the other half, doesn't drop till like the middle of March, so I got time. But Nintendo Direct, it's a partner showcase, though. It is a partner showcase. It's not a mini partner showcase. This is the first partner showcase we're getting that's just a regular Direct. 25 minutes of info focused on Switch games coming in the first half of this year from our publishing and development partners, quote-unquote, from Nintendo. I don't know how long I'm going to make this discussion because, like, you guys already know. It's a partner showcase. This was rumored last week. Last Wednesday. Not this Wednesday. Last Wednesday. People who were, like, well, not leaked. Rumored. People were rumoring this last week. But people were also saying it got moved because Xbox was doing their own podcast last Wednesday and Nintendo didn't want to interfere with that. It sounds weird. It sounds weird that Nintendo would do something like that, assuming that's true. Assuming that's true. At the same time, this is Nintendo we're talking about, so they're already really weird by default. They do weird, dumb shit that won't make sense to us, but they'll just do anyways. 25 minutes, though. I'm pretty sure nobody expected it to be 25 minutes long, but also, I don't know if you guys have heard of this specific bird in... Actually, I don't even know if it's called Pyoro in WarioWare. The bird in WarioWare, the little red bird that, like, latches onto the melon. I don't know if it's called Pyoro. There's, like, a big leaker named Pyoro. He's, like, the only leaker I trust these days, because he's the only one that gets stuff right. And he was kind of teasing this Direct, it being a partner showcase, asking, is Nintendo a publishing partner? Is Game Freak a publishing partner? So, already. Plus, Pokemon Day is coming up in like a weekish. So, like, you already know there's going to be some Pokemon thing at this Direct. But knowing me, though, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm sorry. Look, if you're a Pokemon fan, I get it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sick of Pokemon mainline things every year. Literally since the Switch started. Every year. Every single year. Let's go. 2018, Sword and Shield next year, DLC next year. What came out in 20? BDSP. Then 2022, Legends Arceus and Scarlet and Violet. Then last year, 2023, DLC, Scarlet and Violet. Like, there's always... It's never fun talking about Pokemon in this day and age. But it makes sense. It makes sense why people give Game Freak, Pokemon Company, and the Pokemon franchise a lot of flack these days for the last couple mainline games they released. Remake, mainline, new mainline, etc., right? There's some good stuff with a lot of the new ones, don't get me wrong. I've already made a video on this. This is like how do you make an article, right? You're just like, I wonder how we're gonna keep up with this new model. I wonder how we're gonna keep up with our old model of how we release these new games yearly, year after year, while also trying to keep up with the rising standard fans have with Pokemon games. That's what the official guys at Game Freak said, right? They said that in an article. You look at every other first-party Nintendo series, they don't have that problem. You want to know why? Because they take their time. They don't rush these out. They take their time. They don't... Mario Wonder had no deadlines. It's not Breath of the Wild. Tears of the Kingdom got delayed, but it had like the longest development span of any Zelda. But it's like one of the most celebrated Zelda games, like Breath of the Wild, which also got delayed several times because they wanted to make sure the game was really, really good, right? You get what I'm putting down? At least with Mario and Zelda, they don't have that problem because they don't put deadlines on the games. Pokemon can stand. It can stand more than half a decade if it had nothing. If they made time to just make the games good, right? I'm saying all this, yet they could announce some like really small spin-off like a Mystery Dungeon or a new stadium type game or XD or Pokemon Ranger, anything like those. I have no idea. I really hope it's a spin-off type thing. I really hope it's something small, like some stupid mobile game bullshit, right? I don't care what it is. This might A lot of people are like black and white remakes. I do not trust Game Freak with black and white. They passed off Diamond and Pearl to a different company, and they botched the remakes really hard for that. Literally every Pokemon remake was really good up until BDSP. I don't trust the Game Freak or them passing off to anyone Gen 5, okay? Especially when Gen 5 is regarded as one of, if not the best gens in the series. I don't know. That's a whole thing. I don't care. Go off in the comments. Don't. Whatever. Game Freak's just probably going to be a Pokemon thing. They're probably going to be here. Whatever. I don't know how much you're going to get out of me with this whole partner showcase thing. Because if Nintendo's a publishing partner, Intelligent Systems kind of is, right? So I'm just like, do I want to stay up for this thing and hopefully see there's like a 1,000-year door type of trailer or overview or whatever, or release day at the bare minimum? Because like, there's probably like a 95% chance we're not getting T2ID, but the prominent leaker's like, ooh, is Nintendo a publishing partner? And I'm just like, are you trolling right now, or are you actually being legit? Because I don't want to stay up for this direct at 9 a.m. if there's not going to be, not even just 1,000-year door. It's like, I don't even know if there's going to be anything here that I'm going to care about, you know? That's just the byproduct of me being the base level, I guess, incel Nintendo fan, because all we play is Mario, Smash, and Pokemon. That's pretty much it. Pokemon, I haven't touched them forever, but you get my point. Those kinds of Nintendo fans people make fun of, where it's like they only play like 2-3 types of games, and they don't actually play other games outside of the Nintendo sphere. Like GTA, Final Fantasy, and all that other stuff. I play some, but Tekken 8's baller, by the way. I might make a video on that, but I want 1,000-year door stuff. That's my thing, you know? You already know that's been my thing for forever, and it's been 5 months. 5 months. 5 months since they gave us that trailer. It's a real remake? That's a real game. Oh, you already know, but I'm probably gonna watch this thing either way. I'll probably make a really short reaction if it's just 1,000-year door, because I can't see myself making a big, meaty reaction for this whole thing. I can't think of anything that would come out of this. If whether there is or isn't 1,000-year door stuff, you know what I mean? But, okay. Here's one thing. Here's one thing I actually was thinking about a decent chunk for the past couple weeks. Here's like an actual discussion piece right here. It took like 7.5 minutes to get to here, but going into February, for what Nintendo was going to do for the rest of the year, whether we had more games coming out or Switch 2 is coming out. A lot of people are expecting Switch 2 around like the last third of this year, right? My headcanon, or headcanon, holy shit, headspace going into this year, depending on what Nintendo would do in February. They would either have a partner showcase, which this is the case right now, but the other two, we had a regular direct. That would mean they had other bigger games to announce, more stuff to put on Switch, more reason to believe Switch would have more stuff coming out, more of its life being sustained for a longer period of time than I think any of us would have ever expected. Or they would have done nothing at all. That, I think, the last one, I think, would have been a heavy indicator we would have gotten Switch 2 this year. But that, and also them doing any partner showcase at all, mini or regular, that also gives a good implication that they're probably going to release Switch 2 this year, right? But because they pushed back this whole direct a whole week from the Xbox thing, I'm just like, it's a little pinch, a little tinge of me waning in that. Because like, if they're just gonna change shit like that on a dime for something that honestly pretty insignificant in the grand scheme, I don't feel like it's as cut and dry. I'm still like largely believing we're getting Switch 2 the last I'm like 70-ish% sure we're gonna get Switch 2 this year. I'm starting to low-key suspect, or we might, because now there's rumors that it's coming out next year in 2025. I don't know if you guys saw my discussion video on like, oh, what could the next Nintendo system after the Switch, what would it be? Switch 2, what kind of games do we expect in the first year, second year, all that other stuff. I was like low-key expecting like the end of this year is like the soonest we could see this thing. But low-key, 2025, I could also see them just pushing it back. Just because they could do stuff like that, but also because they've been trying to push Switch as much as they can, just to make sure it would sell as much as it can. Now the thing's like 15 million copies away from outselling the DS and the PS2. So it's like currently the third best-selling console of all time. So I could see Nintendo wanting to just keep pushing the Switch as it is now, just to pass that benchmark, to become the new benchmark. Or there could be some other underlying reason Nintendo is thinking, or like developers or people behind the company are planning and talking about and thinking of themselves that isn't even related to Switch 2 at all. Plus, also, I'm so glad a lot of us agree. They're probably going to drop a 3D Mario as the launch title for the next system, whether it's Switch 2 or some different system altogether. It's probably going to be a 3D Mario, right? Next year is Mario's 40th anniversary. So if they wanted an excuse to match the timing of that, for us to get a big, huge 3D Mario, if they wanted to push the next system because of that, that's also an excuse they could use. It's already been 5 years since the 35th. Oh my god. But yeah, I think you get my point. I don't know. I'm like low-key kind of like... I'm like semi-expecting them to release the next console next year. I'm still largely thinking this holiday. But I'm just being like, okay, they could. They really could just push it to next year, you know? It's always that possibility. It's just always a pretty decent possibility. I don't know. You'll probably get a reaction of me watching this when it drops 9 a.m. on Wednesday. Sheesh. Other than that, though, yeah. It's a partner showcase. It's not a whole discussion I can make there with that. But if it's Pokemon, then I'm just like, ooh, Game Freak. Ooh. You're struggling with trying to make sure you keep up with your current motto of trying to release a new game every year. Here's your new motto. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. That's me, though. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited for this thing? I'm like, kind of like, I don't care. If Thousand Year Door's there, okay. If Pokemon's there, I could take it or leave it. I don't think Thousand Year Door is going to be there. Intelligent Systems, you could call it. They are a publishing partner, kind of. Nintendo bought them, though, so now they're, like, in-house at Nintendo. I don't know, I'm just kind of reaching. Whatever. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my ramble right here. This is how you know it's off the cuff. I'm gonna go. I need to finish this Invincible review, bro. This has been so bad. I've been putting this off for way too long. I gotta actually finish it, bro. Let me know down below in the comments what you're thinking of this partner showcase or the Invincible review or anything. How was your day? Have you been having a good 2024 so far? If not, make it good. Go out there. Go for a walk. Do some exercise. Eat healthier. Go hang out with your friends. Talk to that girl you've been trying to like put off because you're afraid. Come on. You can do it, boy. Come on. You got the courage. You got the power. Come on, dude. You got this. You know you got this. You say you don't. I don't believe that. I think that's bullshit. You can do it, dude. Come on. It's just simple. It's simple. It really is simple, right? We all have that courage. You know that dog from the Cartoon Network show? Yet he had a lot more courage than a lot of people would call him for, despite it. Like, he has more than you think, right? That's you. You have a lot more courage than Courage himself, which he already has courage, despite the show makes him out as a bigger coward than he actually is. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying right now. Stay super.
Yo, hey, 妹妹，嘿，我来呀！不不，共和大哈哈呀！拉面，嘿，来面，摆个